बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मेरी उन तमाम दोस्तों से गुजारिश है कि जिन्होंने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है वो चैनल को ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें ताकि आने वाली तमाम वीडियोस आप तक पहुंच सके। थैंक यू।
General elections are expected to be held in the country sometime early next year, full stop. The months leading up to the polls will see political leaders and their parties engaged in fierce electoral competition to secure power, full stop. Winning a public office will obviously be their goal, full stop. But the question is, what plan and policies will they offer voters about how they propose to address the country's myriad challenges, full stop. What public purpose will leaders bring to governance if elected, question mark. Never before has Pakistan faced such a wide array of overlapping challenges, all of which need to be tackled with courage, imagination and determination if they are to be surmounted, full stop. But politics in recent years has been focused more on power struggles than on public issues, full stop. New para. Political leaders have directed much of their energy to power tussles and efforts to subdue opponents rather than evolving and presenting any policy plans, full stop. This has made political parties almost indistinguishable in terms of their position on issues of public concern, full stop. The usual platitudes and cliches have dominated the political discourse, with no new policy ideas generated about how to deal with the country's problems, full stop. At other times, vacuous rhetoric has substituted for policy proposals, full stop. The most consequential challenge is, of course, the economy which remains precariously poised, full stop. New para. Without a sustainable economic recovery, the rest will be in vain, full stop. The standby agreement with the IMF has been projected as a major step towards economic stability, full stop. But it is only a temporary reprieve and, in any case, should be anchored in a comprehensive, homegrown economic plan of structural reforms which can revive economic growth, full stop. Official sites have been set so low that averting a debt default has become the principal goal of economic policy, and even celebrated as an achievement, full stop. Qualifying for a fund program is regarded as a great accomplishment, even though it is a sign that the country is in dire and desperate economic straits, full stop. Having a record 23 IMF programs is a reflection of poor, not good economic management, full stop. Of course, financial bailouts are necessary to stay solvent, but they cannot become the be all and end all of economy strategy, full stop. Hyper borrowing, both at home or abroad, can hardly be touted as a gain for the country, full stop. New para. True that the outgoing coalition government announced an economic revival plan predicated on creation of the Special Investment Facilitation Council to promote fast track investment by friendly GCC countries enabling state owned enterprises and untapped sectors of the economy, full stop. Announcements were made about the sale of public assets and state owned businesses to Gulf states in a strategy to earn dollars by privatizing state assets, full stop. But hopes of investment in new sectors cannot be delinked from the country's ongoing macroeconomic crisis and unstable economic environment, full stop. New para. Moreover, foreign investment, whether from Gulf countries or beyond, requires the consistency and predictability of policy as well as an atmosphere of political certainty and stability, full stop. It also needs a level playing field, transparency and reliability of judicial enforcement to give confidence to investors, full stop. As for economic revival, a serious plan has to rest on wide-ranging structural reforms that address the root causes of Pakistan's chronic external and internal financial imbalances, a narrow tax and export base, outsized state sector, solvent power sector and low savings rate, full stop. The effectiveness of economic policy and reform in turn depends on the state of governance, full stop. The political context weighs heavily on the success or failure of economic policy, full stop. The best conceived economic initiatives will go nowhere if there is weak or poor governance, full stop. After all, Pakistan's persistent economic crises have all been rooted in governance crisis, full stop. New para. The question this raises is whether the various aspirants for power in the electoral race have thought seriously about these and other issues that are pivotal for Pakistan's economic and political future, full stop. Do they have policy proposals to offer to indicate their government will have an aim other than building for question mark? Will the election only be about who secures public office or also about what they plan to do with that power to solve the country's problems, question mark? These problems include the eroding capacity of the institutions of governance, full stop. This imposes obvious limits on the exercise of power and ability to execute policies, full stop. It is also responsible for the long-term decline in public confidence in government institutions, as reflected in successive opinion surveys, full stop. The state's institutional capacity has weakened over time, and consequently, delivery of public services had deteriorated and fallen well short of people's expectations, full stop. New para, this has happened because of two main reasons, colon. 1, postponed reforms, and 2, politicization of the civil service, full stop. Governance after independence required transforming colonial era administrative structures to those in sync with the requirements of a developing country, full stop. But lack of reforms meant the administrative system was unable to keep pace with a changing society and the complex needs of modern governance, full stop. Protracted politicization of the bureaucratic and police system distorted its functioning and produced several deleterious consequences: erosion of authority, undermining of efficiency, de-emphasis of merit, and draining of moral, full stop. New para, for these reasons, the quality of the civil service has been in secular decline, full stop. Yet, achieving economic recovery and setting Pakistan on a path of growth and investment depends critically on strengthening institutional capacity that can efficiently mobilize resources, ensure proper service delivery, and create a credible business friendly environment, full stop. This ought to make civil service reform an urgent priority, full stop. But again, it is unclear if any political party is committed to launching such reforms, full stop. Have political leaders done any thinking on how best to transform the apparatus of governance, question mark? Of course, the answers to these questions will come when the election campaign starts and gets into swing, full stop. Then voters will be able to judge if those in the race for power have any program and policies to offer, which go beyond the usual tired and lazy slogans, full stop. People expect a departure from the past and want to see a government that isn't just interested in wielding power but acts purposefully in the public interest, full stop.